What up, y'all? This is the illest kid, Reema Major, and I'm coming to you live from Stolen from Africa TV.
So Stolen from Africa TV, Hip Hop Canada.
What up?
We're here with Reema Major, man. How you doing?
I'm doing phenomenal. How you doing?
Good. It's actually my first time, seeing you perform live, and I'm really blown away. I'm really impressed by
Well, I'm humbled.
your craft. So what goes into your live performance?
Energy. I love the stage. It's a completely different field from being in the studio and being in the booth and doing what I regularly do. But I love the stage, and I'm all about just I want people to feel me. I want the energy, and it's dope because I feed off the audience, and it was a great crowd today. So. I've been writing since I was 5 years old, and I've always been a rapper. My older cousin's on the block. My older cousin used to spit, so I was like, I want to do that too. Just being influenced by the people around me. In terms of actually coming into the industry, moved back from Kansas City beginning 2009, and through a mutual friend, I was introduced to Quadro Cinco from the group Ghetto Concept.
Okay.
As you all know, they're one of the pioneers and establishment of Canadian hip hop, and we set up a meeting. He put me in a booth, like a day later, literally, and we started banging out records, and on instrumentals, of course. Before I know it, I had a mixtape, Youngest in Charge, got crazy feedback, so I started working on my second mixtape entitled 15 Going on 25, which I recently released, and a year later, here I am, Universal Interscope G7.
Big man, so recently we've seen featured on the BET Cypher, man.
It's unusual to see kids spitting, throwing, then I'm hitting this a bull fight. Why the hell you bring a kitten? I'm sitting on higher power, I devour competition. Addition to my mission, I'm taking the top position. Ain't just a musician, I'm the mother to the new era. Chosen child, you're the wool like aloe vera.
BET Cypher, yeah, well, shout out to Royalty Radio, because I was on Royalty Radio. It's a college radio, it's a local thing. They called me on there to actually do a cypher, because I told my manager I wanted to do a cypher. So I went on there with my team, spit my bars and whatever. He ended up sending the footage to Vlad TV, which is like a major blog, and they ended up posting it. I don't know how the president of BET ended up seeing it, and I got a call saying the president of BET specifically chose me, and before you know it, I was on a flight to New York doing a cypher. At that time I wasn't signed, so it was like, word me, but that's how that came about.
So in a male-driven, industry, you as a young female, I'm pretty sure you'll experience all kinds of, trials and tribulations. It's an uphill battle for sure. How do you maintain? What keeps you grounded?
What keeps me? God keeps me grounded. I have this rule: you keep God first, and He takes care of the rest. So, I have a good, and I really have to shout out my team G7, because I have a really strong team behind me. I have a whole slew of brothers that really keep me grounded. So when I'm drifting off a little bit, they know to pull me back in. I don't think there's any great artist without a great team, because your surroundings is who you are. So shout out to my team G7, and it's all about elevating, and I love it.
That's amazing, because for a 15-year-old to have such articulation and such lyricism in the craft, which is something that you don't really see often today.
Definitely.
Where does that inspiration or that source come from? Where do you get that from?
I'm just the illest kid. People always say to me, why do you talk like that? Or, why do you dress like that? You're only 15. I think that specific comment, you're only 15, is very ignorant, just due to the simple fact that I'm a product of my experience, not my duration of time on earth. So for someone to say because you're 15, that really doesn't make sense, you know what I mean? I'm a product of my experience. Who says that the 10-year-old on the block isn't going to go through the same thing, same trials and tribulations a 20-year-old does? So, I guess I was just exposed to things that the average child doesn't see, and it is what it is, and I'm the illest kid.
Amazing. So, speaking of being signed, I know you have a new deal that just got inked. So let's talk about that.
Well, I did Universal Music Canada, and then I sat down with Jimmy Iovine, so he signed me to Interscope, Cherry Tree. I have a separate deal, but I'm still G7 Records.
It's nothing, it's pinning. I'm gonna call you. You can't hear my number, but you sure could have. You got a busy ass couple. Just wait here. Just wait up to bed. If you ain't got a berry, then we can't communicate. So it's crazy. The baby. Yes, oh. Cause everybody going from the young to the old.
I guess young females, who maybe caught up, watching BET and MTV, whatever, and see certain particular images. You know what I mean? Is there any advice you can, I guess, give to them to differentiate reality versus fantasy?
The industry is the industry. It's no secret, and I feel the industry, they glorify the woman's body rather than their mind and their lyrics and whatever the case may be. But then it just comes back to being real, you know what I mean? Keep it real, keep it 100. At the end of the day, little girls, this is TV, this is models, this is the makeup, this is the background, and it's just not what it is. So you can't be 10 and want to look like the girls in the video. Gotta elevate, gotta keep it you know, understand where your level is, and it's all good.